what's good, y'all? I'm back with part 2. I told y'all I was going to do, I stopped this at 12 minutes, 12:38. I'm finna do up to 20 minutes. I think that's, what, another 7 minutes. So this is every Blue Sky Studio movie ranked. Once again, part 2. This is a 43-minute video. I don't plan on doing all 43 minutes, but I was going to at least give y'all 2 parts maybe. I don't know, this was kind of fun, like reacting and doing this stuff. I'm trying to get to the hang of this pausing, so this is actually great material for me to like practice on. So if y'all like this, run this shit up. Road to 10K. Let's get it.
So I heard Ferdinand was one of the better Blue Sky movies, which I think was a...
I'm not gonna cap before we get into that. I've never seen Ferdinand ever. Never seen Ferdinand. For real. I still haven't seen it yet. And that didn't look like anything I'd want to see. And plus, I think that came out, yeah, like adult. Like, I'm an adult. Yeah, I definitely wasn't going to go see Ferdinand. Keep it a buck. It didn't look that good or appealing.
A reasonable assumption since the poster looked pretty and potentially emotional. Plus, not that this really means much, but it somehow garnered an Oscar nomination for Best Animated Feature. One of only 2 Blue Sky movies to do so, alongside Ice Age 1. It also garnered this nomination the same year The Boss Baby did. So yeah, no, this practically means nothing. Ferdinand is ass. It's such a generic, boring children's movie filled with a ton of cliches, and it never once emotionally moved me, nor did it ever make me laugh. Ferdinand is a clumsy big guy who screws things up because he's clumsy and he accidentally destroys an entire town. So now he's sent back to the Bull Ranch place that he grew up on and escaped from. And then he just kind of vibes there for an hour with these other generic annoying bulls. It takes him forever to try and escape and get home, which clearly should have been the focus of the movie. But nah, first we gotta have an epic out of nowhere dance off with these German horses. And guess what? They dab! Hey yo, best movie ever! Oscar nomination ahoy, baby! People were paid to animate this. Real live people. They brought this image into this world, and there's nothing as a society that we can do about it.
Look at what you've done! Now the animators are gonna have to draw all this fire!
Yeah, I thought this movie really stunk for most of its runtime, but honestly, there's this chase scene in the third act that was kind of fun and kind of got me invested. Plus, I liked the scene where he actually does bullfight. It was pretty well done, all things considered. The China shop scene was cute too, and I also think John Cena was pretty good as the titular Ferdinand von Iger. I am of the opinion that he's a surprisingly good actor, actually, and his vocal performance fit the character well. Everyone else was forgettable. I'm never gonna think about this movie again, but it's comforting to know that the poor animators who brought this abomination into the world received ample compensation for the dark, dark deeds they were required to perform.
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age!
Ice Age 3, Dawn of Who Gives a Shit. There are a lot of penis references in this one. Like,
hey, no, bro!
The writers want to tell for some reason.
Hey, yo! He's wild.
And it gets extremely tiring, surprise, surprise. There's no better example of sheer agony than watching the beginning of this movie and realizing, holy shit, I'm currently not even halfway done with this franchise. I can't believe we as a species let Ice Age happen. This one in particular has really bad pacing. Like, it takes 30 minutes to get down to the dinosaur world because first Sid's gotta meander around with his dinosaur kids and act like a supreme dumbass. When the dinosaur mom comes to get her kids back, Sid refuses to hand them over. I, for one, love it when a main character is completely stupid and in the wrong. Like not even partially correct, just 100% wrong and absolutely deserving of getting kidnapped by this dinosaur. At one point, Diego sees the dinosaur carry off Sid, and his reaction is so hilariously nonchalant. Like, yeah, it's no big deal. He sees dinosaurs all the time.
He's definitely just letting go.
Oh yeah, Diego's sad in this movie because he wants to leave the herd because Manny and Ellie are having a baby, and he doesn't feel like he should be around anymore because he's a lone wolf tiger guy. But wow, he learns to appreciate the group and stay with them more. It's so tedious. I hate it. Oh my god, I don't give a shit. I forgot they were even having a baby throughout the middle chunk of this movie, honestly. It's such a non-factor in the plot, which is at least something Shrek attempted to explore. Very, very badly, but at least there was an attempt. Okay, this movie's not nearly as bad as Shrek the Third, though. I like the Simon Pegg weasel they introduced.
Hold up. If we had to compare the two, Shrek the Third, Ice Age the Third, Shrek the Third, what? That was when they had babies, right? Let me go back to the picture.
They were even having a baby throughout the middle chunk of this movie, honestly. It's such a non-factor in the plot, which is
I gotta see, because I gotta see which one.
Attempted to explore.
I think Shrek the Third's one when they went back in time, if I'm not mistaken.
This movie's not...
No, wait. Is that Shrek the Third? He's in for Royal. I don't remember, but I don't know, bro. I'm always say Shrek though, cause Shrek is a classic. So even though I can't even recall which one, if this is the one where they had the babies or not, I think that's the fourth one. But I think yeah. Like she might have had babies at the end, I think, type shit of this one. So I want to say I'm a big Shrek the Third for sure. He's tripping.
Not nearly
What?
as bad as Shrek the Third, though. I like the Simon Pegg people they introduce in this movie. His writing isn't that great, but I think the voice acting really sells it, and it makes me kind of enjoy this character. The climax is kind of cool and well executed, at least the first one. Yeah, this movie has two climaxes for some reason, and I don't know why. They could have just combined the two, but whatever. Scrat fights Lady Scrat, and I don't know, it's kind of funny to see him eventually fall in love with her, only to have an affair with his precious nut. Yeah, I think that's all I liked. This movie is boring, it makes dinosaurs boring somehow, and they should have just ended Ice Age here. But of course they didn't, because we were all put on this earth to suffer.
Nothing will stop me! Not even...
Rio 1. Set in the marvelous city. Land of
I remember when Rio came out. I messed with Rio, man. I liked Rio. I think I was... What year did that come out? I don't know what year Rio came out. What year? Yeah, I don't even got my phone in here. Yeah, I don't know what year. I think like 20... I want to say like early 2012. Like, yeah, maybe 2012, 2013 type. I want to say around there it came out. Like, I want to say 2000, maybe 14, 15, somewhere around there. But I messed with Rio. Rio was a cool movie.
Sun and heat. This one's for all you Brazilian viewers out there, which my channel has a ton of for whatever reason. Love you guys. This movie makes your country look really cool and vibrant and alive.
Bro,
and basically
swear, that's
the
what I
exact
like about
opposite
it.
of what you guys say it's really like whenever you talk to us on the streams on Chris's channel. By the way, if you ever want to talk to me or ask me anything, the best way to do it is on Chris's channel when we stream every Sunday and Monday. Link in the description. Yeah, this movie is kind of one big love letter to Brazil, and I think that's neat. There's a clear passion behind the animation and the direction here, and that kind of makes up for the lack of interesting story or characters, but not fully. I don't know, this definitely isn't the worst animated movie out there, but it is really standard for the most part. I think Jesse Eisenberg was a
Jamie
really
Foxx
weird choice to play
I
this
think
McCall.
Will
Like,
I
his
Am?
voice acting isn't funny or charming, it's just kind of bleh. I don't know, he's never really been able to sell me on any of his performances post-Social Network, and it's no different here. Plus, he absolutely has no chemistry with Anne Hathaway Bird, which is due in equal parts to the voice acting and the writing. Spoiler for later in the list, I guess, but I saw no reason why Manny and Ellie should have hooked up in Ice Age 2 outside of the need to preserve their species. And the problem is kind of exacerbated here because they mentioned the whole need to preserve their species thing even less. And they make even less sense as a romantic pairing. I have no idea what Mark Zuckerberg did to get Anne Hathaway to fall for him. She just kind of does at some point because this is an anime.